SEPTA is running out of time to fill a huge budget gap. What's happening today to try to get that crucial funding from the state?
Soap is supposed to help you avoid bacteria and germs, but one brand is being recalled for doing the opposite.
And you could be one lucky dog. The New Jersey Lottery holding a contest centered around dogs. The top prize for submitting your pet's pictures. The stories and much more in today's edition of The Lineup, Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Brenna Weick. We need to get you up to speed with what you need to know today, starting, of course, with the SEPTA funding crisis.
Yeah, today members of the state Senate, they're back in Harrisburg. State leaders hope that they're going to take up the new mass transit funding bill just 11 days before the transit agency's potential service cuts. NBC 10's DiPrato reports from Torresdale.
If a bill isn't passed by Thursday, SEPTA says it will begin making these massive cuts. Yesterday, the House passed a bill that funds SEPTA and transit across Pennsylvania. It is the fifth time the House has passed a funding bill, and this includes oversight for SEPTA, which has been a sticking point for Republicans. The Senate is scheduled to meet this afternoon, and there is no indication that SEPTA funding will be addressed. Without $213 million, SEPTA says it will cut and reduce bus and train lines, close stations, and hike fares.
The House now on 5 times has shown that in a million different ways we are willing to be amenable to negotiation, to the ideas that they've put out. Every precondition they've put, we have checked those boxes. It is time for the Senate to act.
You can't pick and choose what you want to put into a bill that's not agreed to. The only way compromise can be reached is by coming up with a product that can pass both the House and the Senate.
If there is no deal reached, SEPTA says it will begin putting these cuts into place August 24th. That's one day before kids go back to school. In Torresdale, I'm Alex DiPrato, NBC 10 News.
Happening today, the Teachers Union and the School District of Philadelphia, they're going back to the bargaining table.
They'll try to negotiate a new contract just 2 weeks away from the start of the new school year. They're asking for a competitive salary, paid parental leave, and extra prep days. The union, representing 14,000 school workers, already authorized to strike if they can't reach a deal. Their current contract is up at the end of the month. In Delaware County, Haverford Township is moving forward with a plan to help protect kids on electric scooters and bikes.
Yeah, new ordinance will require kids under 16 years old to wear helmets while riding. A final vote still has to happen, but if officials pass the ordinance, there'll be an introductory period through the end of the year. During that time, written notices will be issued for violations. After that, anyone in violation of the ordinance will face a $25 fine. A state senator who represents Delaware County is also proposing a new law for e-scooters. Abby's Law was created in honor of 12-year-old Abby Gillen, who was killed while riding an e-scooter in Aston earlier this summer. Her friend was severely injured. The law would strengthen safety requirements statewide, mandate helmets for minors, and ban children under 16 from operating them. Changes are coming to Main Street in Newark, Delaware to make it safer for pedestrians.
It comes after crashes killed 2 University of Delaware students last school year. The city is adding rumble strips and more lane markings to try to reduce speeding and make the roads safer. Officials say they may get rid of some potentially dangerous parking spots as well to help drivers see more clearly. The city manager says he hopes the changes will keep UDel students and the community safe.
That was one of the hardest things with this is, there's only so much you can do when someone doesn't care about anyone else but themselves.
Improvements are set to be complete by the end of the week, just in time for the start of the new school year at UD.
Happening now, check your cabinets for soaps and cleansers that have been recalled. Officials are warning they could have potentially dangerous bacteria, though all made by New Jersey-based Dermarite. And they include the DermaClean, Dermacera, Clean Foam, and Perigene brands. Officials say people who use the contaminated soap are more likely to get an infection. The FIFA World Cup looking for volunteers, and you can apply starting today.
Philadelphia Soccer 2026 is hoping to fill thousands of positions. You have to be at least 18 years old. If you speak more than one language, that's a huge plus, of course. Duties include media and guest operations, as well as hospitality.
We have 3,000 positions that are available. We're going to need probably north of 7,000 applicants for the volunteer team tryouts with FIFA over the next couple months. We are looking for a starting lineup, so if you're interested in volunteering early, time to get in today and over the next couple weeks, because we need volunteers to help us to manage that process.
We are now 303 days away from the FIFA World Cup. We have a link for anyone interested in volunteering on NBC10.com. Lincoln Financial Field is set to host 6 World Cup matches. The first will be on June 14th, and the last will be on July 4th, which is America's 250th birthday. A lottery for tickets will begin on September 10th. You can register now on FIFA's website.
Happening today, Philadelphia will mark National Poll Worker Recruitment Day. Events will be held at City Hall and election offices in each council district. Officials will thank longtime poll workers and recruit new ones for upcoming elections. Also happening today, the Wells Fargo Center is hosting a job fair. It's looking to hire more than 300 people for part-time positions in operations, security, and retail. Job fair goes from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
August is Black Business Month, and an institution in Northwest Philly is now celebrating 30 years in the business.
Talking about the Mount Airy Deli and Mini Market celebrating 30 years. They're the heartbeat of the community, family owned, and as I learned, staying in the family for decades. The laugh of the deli man, echoing on Devon Street since 1995.
At the time, we had like about $25,000, $30,000 in savings. Our last year. And I said, let's go in here and try it.
Did y'all call the water?
Today, 71-year-old Coker Thomas is semi-retired, having built a community cornerstone in the Mount Airy Deli and Mini Market.
You learned well.
Exactly.
Now his daughter, Nicole, is the boss. Did you give him a hard time?
I wouldn't say a hard time.
She was my daughter. That when I said the sky was blue, she said, no, Dad, it's powder blue.
Yet Nicole gave up a steady career for long hours in the kitchen with Dad, cooking up Philly's first salmon cheesesteak, the Mad Club, and the Nigerian hoagie. Mount Airy Deli has come a long way.
The community, when we first got here, were a little skeptical because they weren't used to businesses being run by people like myself.
We see now the kids that were coming in from the elementary school down the street. They're grown up and they have children of their own now.
The Thomases say family is why the community loves them. Today, Nicole's son works here, and believe it or not, Coker is a great-grandfather.
Hey, handsome.
He said at this rate, the Mount Airy Deli will be family-run for the next 100 years.
Everybody should have this experience. Seriously, everybody should have this feeling.
Which is what keeps the deli man laughing. Keith Jones, NBC 10 News. Right? Cheesesteak was really good, too. Not a good news for our home state of New Jersey, the Garden State.
Yeah, New Jersey was just named one of the best states in which to live. We both know that. Wallet Hub, though, looked at 51 key indicators, including housing costs, income growth, education rate, and quality of hospitals. Massachusetts topped the list. New Jersey came in third, not bad. Pennsylvania wasn't far behind. The Keystone State came in at 10th. Delaware ranked 33rd. Your dog could soon be on the cover of a New Jersey lottery scratch-off ticket.
Lottery has a new contest, Jersey's Top Dogs. They're inviting pet parents across the Garden State to enter their dog's picture. There's a list of dog pictures people have already submitted. It doesn't matter what size or breed they are. They just have to live in New Jersey. The contest runs through August 24th. Whichever dog is chosen will be the Jersey Dog scratch-off ticket starting in May. So there you go.
My dog's name is Jersey, so I feel like she should win.
She should be submitted. You got to do that today.
Absolutely. I guess I should. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Brenna, Weick, I'm Keith Jones. You can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. You can catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Happy Tuesday.